Hello, true duelists. My name's Craig Fee, and welcome to the new card report. The Infinite Forbidden truly comes to test the limits of what it is the community considers to be forbidden. And by that I mean it's giving Drytron 3 new cards. And that's been met with some amount of trepidation, because no deck is not exactly remembered fondly by everyone who was playing in 2021 or early 2022. I don't remember exactly, time's the enemy. So is this new support a herald of more bad times to come? Or will it provide Drytron with more ways to play? We cover all that and a little bit more on this new card report. Up first is Drytron New 2, or as my brain read it at first glance, Drytron Nuts, as in D's nuts. As in, remember kids, you are what you eat, nuts. This is to no shock a level 1 light machine that can't be normal summoned or set, and both of its effects have hard once per turns, which is pretty standard for a Drytron. Where it gets different is that if you use either of this card's two effects, you will be locked into only ritual summoning machine type monsters for the turn, and that's not for the rest of the turn. It's you can't summon non-machine rituals on the turn you use either of these effects. There's no tribute to summon this one out like there are on other Drytron level 1s. Instead, this one can simply special summon itself from your hand or grave so long as you control a Drytron monster, but it will be banished when it leaves the field if it's summoned in this way. Your prize for summoning it out and locking you is of course a Stratos. Yes, on special summon it can add any Drytron monster from deck to hand except for a copy of itself. So it's pretty cool that it and any other Drytron is like a free Fafnir, right? Alpha tribute this to summon Alpha, and then use Alpha's effect to search, and then you summon this from the grave and use its effect to search, and then you overlay them both for the Faffy. It's pretty cool. The catch is you're abandoning the most competitively viable variant of Drytron to date, because the Heralds and Cyber Angels are not machines, which means no summoning any of them. So you aren't going to get the abundant nopes that Ultimateless has provided up until this point. And you'll probably still play the Ben 10 engine because that's just free advantage, but you can't do the play where you summon Ben 10 and then tribute it again. The question is, will it be better than the new toys, Herald versus our new toys? I won't pretend to know the answer or say anything else beyond the other two cards we've shown thus far do show some amount of promise, at least in regards to it being somewhat doable. And if you're wondering how the hell that can be, you can look no further than their new ritual monster, Drytron Mediotis Decem Alpha Draconoids, or as it says on the card, Dad! There's a new dad in town. A new level 12 ritual with 5,000 attack. This light machine also has 5,000 defense, and of course can be summoned using Mediotis Drytron. While in the field, this bad boy makes it so your other Drytron monsters will be unable to be destroyed by card effects, and up to twice per turn, when an opponent activates a monster effect, you can banish Drytron monsters from your grave whose combined attack equals or exceeds the activated monster's attack. Negate that effect and then destroy the card. So if it has 2,000 or less, you banish one Drytron, and if it has 2,000 or more, you banish two Drytrons. And if you're negating something with 5,000 attack, what the fuck's even going on? I don't want to know. That's even a quick effect, so it's doable on both players' turn. And that Drytron machine lock from our new level 1 doesn't seem quite as bad. Plus, this one even floats. If it's destroyed by the opponent, it can summon any ritual monster with 4,000 attack exactly from the deck, treat it as a ritual summon. Now, if you're a fan of comedy, this of course means that you can summon Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon in a Drytron deck, as it says any ritual monster with 4,000 attack, or the other two Drytron ritual monsters. Those are the big names, because sadly Albazoa has to be special summoned using a Dogmatica card effect, so no big Albazoa. It is also a 5k twice per turn monster negate, and it floats on destruction, so that's pretty keyno. And if you have this on board and Fafnir, you also get Fafnir's bonus effect of a spell and trap negate as well, since it's a machine ritual. Just thought I'd mention that. The other trouble is this kind of kills Drytron's grind game, since it will banish Drytrons to negate and two Drytrons to negate anything with more than 2,000 attack, like say Nibiru. So again, does that mean that we're still leaning towards a Herald build? Probably. Or maybe not, since they also got Meteorora, Drytron, this pink card. A continuous trap, those usually do so well in decks, right? This one has an effect that if a Drytron monster is banished, you can tribute a monster to target up to 2 of your banished Drytrons and then add them back to your hand. The other effect will require you to reveal a copy of Medionis Drytron in your hand, and will then let you ritual summon a machine ritual from your hand or grave by attributing monsters whose attack equal or exceed its attack. And there you go. You can get back your banished Drytrons by attributing away your big 5k negate boss monster. It's just that easy. And you may think I'm being just a sarcastic ass here in saying that, and while I mostly am, there is actually some amount of merit to that play, because Mr. 5k negates here that we just covered isn't actually a hard twice per turn. It's twice per turn while it's face up. So hypothetically, you can negate 2 monster effects by banishing 2 or 3 Drytron, and when you banish the second one, or third or whatever, you contribute your 5k away, get 2 of them back to your hand, and then use this card's second effect to reveal the ritual spell and summon out that same Medionis 5k again, bring back Dad onto the field. That way you can get an additional 2 negates as well. Granted, that's not an amazingly broken play. It requires you to keep the ritual spell in your hand. You'll have to get 1 more Drytron than the 2 you've covered back, so you'll lose some amount of advantage. And of course, it's all depending on you searching or hard opening the trap to be able, doable, because yeah, you can't search this with the field spell Fafnir, but you can also search Nova. So it's got competition. But it is 4 monster negates with 0 heralds, and again, a possibility for the spell and trap negate so long as you have the exceeds. Which is hilarious because on one hand, it's now viable to move away from the herald build when playing Drytron, but it's still also just fucking negates, so it's still no dot deck. They did it. They gave the deck a new way to play, and it's the exact same fucking way to play, just with different steps. That's catering to absolutely no one and somehow everyone at the same time, isn't it? Goddamn, Konami, you strike again, you sons of bitches. So it turns out it doesn't matter if it's better or worse than the Herald variant, because the people who hate to play Drytron will probably still hate to play against Drytron, regardless of which one they hate. It's great. Time is a flat circle. And now for something completely different. Because there was also a V-Jump promo revealed that featured an Ancient Gear version of Cyber Dragon. How exciting is that? That one dude from the anime has a now official plagiarized version of another card from that other dude in the same anime. Pretty hype. Except it's actually fucking stupid because I hate this new card. Because if your deck is going to get a variant of Cyber Dragon, the first question that's going to be asked by everyone is, I wonder what the special summoning condition is. Because that's all Cyber Dragon itself is it's just one summoning condition on a card. And it's the one thing you have to reference to get right in reference to Cyber Dragon. Well, apparently that's not the case if you're Ancient Gears, because Ancient Gear Dragon's first line of text is it cannot be special summoned. How do you fuck that up? That's the one thing you have to do. Instead, you're able to normal summon it without tribute if you have no monsters or only Earth Machine monsters, and it's a spell and trap negate by pitching a card from your hand or dumping the original golem from the deck. I'm knocking shit over at this point. But don't worry, because it only has 500 attack and 2500 defense, so when you normal summon it, it will die in battle almost immediately to 90% of monsters in the game. And you can tell me that it's actually good because it's a spell and trap negate, and it forces the opponent to waste a battle phase and miss lethal, but this isn't even the best normal summon that Ancient Gear decks have by a long shot, and that's important because you somehow can't special summon the Cyber Dragon reference. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. I don't even care if it's because other Ancient Gears couldn't special summon themselves and it's a reference to the original cards printed in 2005, because it's 2024 and it's clearly Cyber Dragon. Just let it be fucking special summoned. I can't believe this passed R&D. Fuck this piece of shit. I hate it, and I am ending the video because of it. But not before I tell you to pick up an LIFD magnetic display. That's right, thanks to the sponsor of this video, LIFD, the display for me. Market it, boys. Let's go. 20% off one of these by using promo code YGOStrats15 for the best way to support my channel and the true duelist way to show off your favorite cards. Because that's all I got. That's what I got working for me. Let's all work together or something. Who fucking knows? Huge shout outs to them for the sponsorship as always. Again, click the link in the description, type it in at the checkout. You can put whatever cards you like on display. Call it a day. Thanks for watching. The regular update will be out on Friday as usual. And until then, I've been your host, Gregory Figuery. And make sure you hit subscribe to not only impress that smoking Italian wife of yours, but to impress your true duelist. No, wait, you become the true duelist. I fucked that up.